Whoop whoop, what's up, Bearcats and Jugger Bros? It's Monday. You know what that means. We're here hanging and chilling for the HMG WWE Raw Watch Along. Hope you're all having a great night. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Yeah, a little bit of weirdness with this Raw. For some reason, like it did not become available until like right when it normal airtime. Which would make sense, you know, with it's normally live during that, so it would be logical that they would not air it until it's supposed to normally go on the air. Whoop. We got Vet in the house. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I was trying to find this Raw and it wasn't showing up.
Yeah, you do kind of gotta look for it a little bit.
And it still didn't show up until I went to the list of you know how they have the list of episodes.
Yeah, they're expecting a little bit of effort out of us tonight. See, we got Lab Rat in the house. We got Cold Blooded. Whoop whoop. How you guys doing? Always a pleasure standing and chill with you guys. Whoop whoop. CM Punk looking at Austin Theory going like, wait a minute, I thought I got left AEW. What's Daniel Garcia doing here? We got Liz in the house. What's up? Whoop whoop. Happy Monday. Hope yours as well.
So where are we at on this Raw since it's not live?
Oh, Sam. Well, I'm seeing everybody make walking in.
What time though? Like 3 minutes something?
Oh shit. Oh yeah, I'm at 2:45. Yeah, they have it taped on Netflix tonight, so you gotta look for it in.
All right. So what's your counter at now?
Hey, what's up, Mike Roach? Whoop whoop. We got Zane in the house. Yeet yeet. I see. Hang on one sec. My counter is at. Come on. Damn it. 325. Oh, is it really? Damn. Okay, you might go through the whole show and then do Impact Attack.
It's only 90 minutes on here.
Let's do the whole thing and then Impact Attack.
So you're seeing Austin Theory right now talking to Paul?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we might be slightly off, but they'll have to do.
And I know the Vision's got a match tonight, and I'd love to take that opportunity and help out. Really? Really? Interesting.
Austin Theory can't grow a beard.
Kind of like Owen Hart.
Yeah, I think he just shouldn't. When you can't grow a beard, you got to tailor your facial hair to the areas that you can grow hair in. So if you can only grow a mustache, and you have to have facial hair, you have to have a mustache. If you can grow a whole goatee, do that. But if your beard is patchy on the sideburns and stuff, just don't try. It's okay. You don't have to. You don't need to have a shitty looking beard. It's not important.
I feel personally attacked here.
I can barely see your beard with your camera. But you're also not a national television star. No offense. I mean, look at Rhea Io. They can't grow a beard and they don't try. It's amazing.
All right, Magic 8 Ball says, running, highly likely. Whoop, whoop. What's up, Dan? Good to see you, pal. Whoop. Hope your Monday's going well.
Handsome dancing slashing. Singing really bothers me. Why does she do that? It's so corny. For a second, I thought she wasn't going to do it because she's like mad, but she's still doing it.
Tessa still does it too.
I know. Anybody that has dark hair and sings their theme music is gross. No, Dan, no one's seen Pluribus on Apple TV. No one has Apple TV. Sorry.
All right, and my Roku just lost power, so hang on. I gotta get.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that pisses me off immensely when that happens.
I could pause.
Biggest day of the year. It was the night. Tonight, over 45,000.
Okay, that's the wrong show. Wrong episode. Okay, here we go. Okay, I am at the. It's because it shows.
We
I
have to do
one,
the countdown. Look at the larger the right side. I'm at 126 exactly right now. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54.
All right, the number is 127.15.
Okay, so go to where it's about 125 30. Got it?
Hang on, sorry, a little bit. Okay, well, 125.26. We'll take it. We'll keep that one. That's good.
All right. Yeah, I'm coming up on, and this is the time remaining. I'm coming up on 125 right now, and now it's
Just past
59,
it.
58, 57, 56, 55. If anybody's trying to sync up, 124, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, and so on.
I'm maybe like 3 seconds ahead of you, but I'm not fucking.
Yeah, that's good. I'm giving everybody like a general, because we're all kind of in the same boat and we've all got different, but they're watching along, so we're, yeah, the Netflix progress bar, if you're watching on Netflix, which you should be, it doesn't have like it doesn't have the counter on the left, on the left side of like how much time has elapsed. It only has time remaining as like a visual counter. So it's kind of annoying.
All right, dog wants in. Be right back.
Yeah. All right, Asuka with a kick. Rhea ducks, pulls the leg. She's on top, mounting punches. Rolls off. Here comes Asuka, grabs her by the hair. Rhea's fighting back. This looks kind of sloppy and rotten. What are they doing? Headbutt from Rhea. Asuka goes down. Picks her up. Going for a riptide. And Asuka escapes and rolls out. Asuka powder. Rhea goes after her. Rhea's chasing her. Asuka's on the stairs. Rhea throws her into the barricade. A fat guy's very happy. Oh, there's a girl that's the WWE champion right there. Chop to the chest. Rhea threatens to smack Kairi in the face like a pimp. Rolls Asuka back in. Kairi says, hey, don't smack me like a pimp. I'm not no hoe.
What the
Boom.
5 fingers? Say to the face.
Flying peach from Asuka. Now Asuka's taking Rhea and just hurls her into the barricade, which seems like a feat of strength for somebody so small. But, oh, you like the play-by-play? Well, we're on commercial now. Although there are no commercials, we're right back. This is a tape show. We ain't got no time for ads. Nobody wants to buy anything if this happened a week ago. Yeah, Fat Cena in the crowd. Right.
Not medically cleared and Rhea wanted to handle business on her own. But the Kabuki Warriors, they're going to need to rely on each other because
Asuka setting up what she's going to do. Oh, another flying ass to the stomach. Now she's peppering her with lefts and rights. And a kick to the, I don't know where that kick was.
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss all targeting the women's tag team champions. Good
Asuka with her patented hip toss, just kidding, knee to the face.
by Asuka and Rhea, of course, had a
One count.
nose over the last couple of months. Not
Rhino was at your local Christmas museum.
Asuka looking to target it.
Why? He doesn't live anywhere near there.
Kicks.
Detroit's like a 8-hour drive. Because it is world famous. Apparently, people come from all over to see it. Even Rhino.
In WWE history, why would you not want to backslide?
Noted Christmas lover Rhino. Backslide. 2 count.
Kick. Rhea missed with a kick of her own, and Asuka caught her with a forearm and a back elbow by Rhea. Rhea now taking a moment to compose herself.
Why is the referee? Oh my god, it's so these spots they get into for their interference are so rotten. Pro on slide down the Christmas story slide.
From Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Sorry,
Should
kid.
try out, kid.
Ho, ho, ho.
That was always one of my favorite parts of the movie. When he just boots him in the face. Just a little tap on the forehead and shoves him down the slide.
Kick right to the chest of Asuka. Ooh, ribbon face first into the canvas. Now Ripley with a drop kick of her own to Asuka. Rhea understands you can't show anything resembling fear. Oh!
Yeah, we did Christmas Vacation the other night for HMG After Dark. And of course, that ended up getting yanked. Of course, I am actually surprised that the Home Alone one we did last night has not been yanked yet. Nope, still up as of 19 hours ago.
Why would it get yanked? For the audio?
Yep.
Why don't you just turn it down?
Here's the thing. I think I've got it turned down enough. I watched like the I don't know, StreamYard, the mic like gauge, and if it picks it up on it, at least if it's too like beyond, if it's 2 or more, and I think it's too much, but apparently that's still too much. So I gotta work on that.
All my audio is going through my computer, so whatever I have turned on is in the headphones, so no one can hear it. because I have a stereo receiver. So the TV's in the stereo receiver. The stereo receiver is hooked to the PC. So when I set the audio settings to the microphone, I don't have to worry about that. But even if you have a different TV output, there's other ways around it. At the very least, you could turn the volume way down and have closed captioning on.
German suplex. Dumped Ripley on the back of her neck. Sliding kick on the mark. Oscar for the win.
Yeah, the goal I try to usually get for it is have the audio up enough to where, like, anybody watching along who's not watching along can still kind of hear it and follow along. But I think a lot of it too is
Can't do that.
I think a lot of it too is I got to talk a little bit more to, like, so there's not as much dead air where that gets picked up on.
The idea of a watch along is that if people have got to provide their own copy, man, that's just the way it is. I don't. It should. Nobody should be like trying to listen to a movie if they don't.
That's a good point. It's an audio book, pal.
Right. And people are just hanging out with you, you know, like that's the main thing. Some of them will probably care less about the actual movie. So, but if you know, like for if you see how the pros do watch alongs, they have all the time cues and the sync ups and stuff, and they help the people get set up so that anybody that has their copy of the movie can watch along with you. Huntrix is going to be part of Snoop's holiday halftime party. Kyrie's hyperventilating into her hands on that near fall.
Face first into the mat. I need a little dental checkup after that impact. And we'll roll through, shoulders down, into the out, kick out at 2 by Ripley. These two know each other so
Yeah,
well.
I just noticed that Rhea's bleeding from the nose ring. Your dumbass wearing jewelry in your face in a fight.
No, one of the number one rules I was taught in wrestling: if you got jewelry on, you take it off when you get in the ring. Because of this,
I can't even believe you would need to get told that. Like, it should be instinctual. Like when you're walking around with piercings or whatever, and then you realize you're about to get into a ring where anything could happen. I feel like no one needs to tell you that, but kids these days, man.
Looking to get Chase. Here comes Rhea. Pulls her way off the apron and through Asuka. And then cannonball and out. Rhea Ripley regaining control.
At least when Orton and Jeff Hardy did it, they worked it into a spot. Granted, as gruesome as it was, at least it made sense.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as say it made sense. I mean, if I was going to maim a guy, I would just do it. I wouldn't play with it.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I would just take his... yeah, he's giving me a hole to rip his ear off. I'll rip the whole ear off. I'm not just going to twist it around.
Understand his mindset, but this is not a wise decision. And Kyrie from behind, dropping Io right on her back, ankle back. Io victimized by an insane elbow.
I don't know what back injury you have that Kinesio Tate's going to fix, but...
And from behind, Asuka rolls up Ripley for the win, and the tights as well. There is your winner, Asuka. Oh, Corey, obviously the concern for her friend who
That was just a time kill. Like, what all did that accomplish? I mean, yeah, good, he'll win, but what business was done other than like we're not anywhere different than where any place different than where we started. They got a confidence booster.
Well, what they accomplished was that establishing that Rhea cares more about her friend than winning the match.
Theory. Your theory. Hey, let me ask you something. All due respect, who were you 18 months ago? Who you
Whoop, whoop.
back then? And now you're main eventing in Australia, beating Roman Reigns. A year ago, you were the title picture. Were you calling shots? Because last thing I remember, you called the shot to take out Seth Rollins. And now you're main eventing the Netflix anniversary show for the world title against CM Punk. How did all this happen? Someone had a vision for the two of you. And that someone was Paul Heyman. And I don't pimp that out easily. I'm selective.
Pimping ain't easy, pal.
So tonight, it's Bronson Reed and Austin Theory against Rey Mysterio and CM Punk. And either Austin Theory carries out our vision, or the two of you make sure that they carry Austin Theory's ass out of WWE. I got this.
Hammer in the house. Whoop, whoop.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up, Vet? What's up, B?
Always a pleasure, man. Hope you're having a great Monday.
Good, man. Good. What's up, HMG fam?
And Maxine is walking. Battle-hardened combat veteran Maxine.
Hey, it's what the montage did. You're gonna need a montage. A montage.
That's right.
I wonder if John Cena is ever gonna say like what really happened.
What, you mean that made him choose that outfit that makes him look like the Riddler on Christmas?
Among other things.
Oh.
That made John Cena give up. So what is next on the agenda for the career killer? The ring general Gunther, we may find out.
The career killer Gunther. They're calling him the career killer now. Somewhere Mike Awesome's turning in his grave.
Awesome.
Well, the only difference is that these careers were already preordained to end when he had their last match. Ugh. Oh man, Hammer, could you even stomach watching that Unreal show on Netflix? Did you ever catch any of that?
It didn't make sense to me, man. It was too Hollywoodish for me. You know, I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Who wrote that show?
Well, I mean that Unreal was the one where they showed like the backstage of all the decisions and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like the documentary style where they show Triple H in the room with all those guys and how they make the decisions. Yeah. So they're basically if you didn't know wrestling was phony before, they're just making sure that there's no doubt left whatsoever. You can see that everything is planned. All these guys are making these decisions in a room.
Yeah.
We can see everybody talking to each other before their match. Then we have to see them go out there and act like they hate each other. Then they could come back and hug each other at the end. You know, all that stuff. Each other.
Yeah. And totally get rid of totally blow off the kayfabe.
That's right. What do we need that for?
Yeah.
No, this will not be a celebration for Moody Maxine.
Yeah, Unreal's kind of like that one. Remember, for like decades ago, when they released that Secrets of Magicians and showed you how the magicians did everything. Well, after you see it, you don't even see a magic show anymore because you know how it's done. The illusion's gone.
Yeah. Well, hey, yo, man, I was saying, like I said, yo, it's up to us as the wrestlers to bring the kayfabe back. The fans want to see it anyway, so they already know. So why not? Why not be that magician? Why not go ahead and show them that, hey, me and the vet got an issue, but yeah, we still consider this restaurant. But you best believe he better not turn his back to me once he walks out that door. Or vice versa. Or I'm gonna get him, or he's gonna get me. Still giving that believability, man. But still, it's just that's up to they need to bring this up to the boys and the girls, the ladies, you know. And I
think the fan base is ripe for that. The fan base is
they want to see it, man. They want to see. Yeah. Oh, those guys they're doing that kayfabe thing. That's what wrestlers do. There you go. What do you guys think, man?
I think the environment's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you said they're ready for it.
I think the fans are in a place where it's like, okay, we're tired of being told this is fake. We want to get sucked back in and believe in the phoniness again. We want you to make us believe this is real instead of saying this is fake. Yeah. Here's how we make it work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And what's happened is that fans have been so quote unquote educated over the past 20 years that now they don't believe the stuff that is real. Right. So like when something really happens, they go, "Oh, that's a work." All these smart fans, like, "Oh, that's a work. That's a work." Oh, yeah. Someone taught them a work, so now they say, "Oh, that's a work," and it's the real thing. And now when something is a work, they buy it. So it's like they're dumber than ever. The smart fans are dumber than ever, you know, and everything's like mixed up and turned around. So, but I agree with what you said because I've been saying it also. Like it's up to everybody to handle their own business, go into business for themselves, and be an entrepreneur now because you can't count on the company to want you to do it. You know, the company used to lay down the ground rules like you have strict. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't talk to these people, you can only be interviewed by these outlets and so on and so forth and all these things. And now apparently they just don't care. So when you look at Becky Lynch, for example, because she's on the screen right now, Becky Lynch on all of her social media is still complaining about losing to Maxine like it's real. Like she's doing what we're talking about. Like I'm gonna keep the kayfabe going. I'm gonna keep tweeting at Adam Pearson saying that he's a fraud general manager, all this stuff, right? So she's doing that, but it's up to everybody else to follow that too. But the thing is, when you're the only one doing that, and the WWE doesn't even care to back you up on it, then you look silly for being the only one who cares. Like nobody wants to be the one person with, you know, it's like in school and like you didn't want to be, if you knew the answer, but you didn't want to say the answer in class because you didn't want your friends to think you were a nerd or something, you know, because you get made fun of for knowing something. You know how it is. So it you know, I appreciate Becky doing that, but that's kind of what it looks like. Like the person that's doing what they're supposed to do kind of stands out almost in a negative way sometimes.
Really don't.
So I don't know the answer to these questions. But
I'll tell you
Well,
what.
we're in a sensitive world, so
Grade her best
and
years. Of
people have wrestling fans or wrestlers have sensitive feelings. So,
Becky Lynch
but
is pounding the leg.
I'm glad she's doing that. At least she's doing it.
yep,
Yeah, I hope.
yeah, we need more Beckys,
Yeah.
but we also need the encouragement of people like, you know, if WWE and AEW encourage that behavior, we'll be in a better spot.
Yes, we would.
Everybody going rogue, you know, with some people over here, like they just put on their social media, whatever, and break the kayfabe. Then you have other people over here posting in kayfabe. So we're not on the same page now. You know, the business all used to be on that same page of, we got to keep this shit kayfabe. Everybody knew that because that was your livelihood. You know,
Yeah.
you weren't, if it got out that wrestling was fake, you were done.
You know, when you were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, out of there.
We know Maxie's been putting in the work.
Definitely.
And all it would take is like Triple H and holding a meeting with the talent, saying, okay, you see what Becky's doing with her social media, see what Drew McIntyre's doing with his social media. This is what you need to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Can't do that. You can't do that when you've got a show like Unreal. You can't, you know, you can't tell the individuals, hey, don't do this, and then the company's doing it. It won't work.
That is true. You can't have that do as I say, not as I do type thing with wrestlers. You can't.
So, yeah, I don't know.
It's like a double. Yeah, I know, right? It's a double standard, man. But I think he should tell all the have a talent meeting, with all the heels. Say, hey, like you say, Brett B, I need all my heels to go on social media and start bitching and complaining. You know,
Yep.
and see how much a response all the heels would get. You know, see how that works. That's what I would try to throw at them. Or try to do.
It is a big night, so I want you feeling good. Two things. One, tonight against Round Red Hell. Good luck. Appreciate you. Two, if it's cool with you, after.
Woo! Is that Eric Rowan in the background?
Between you, Nikki Bella, and Raquel Rodriguez.
There's nothing to resolve.
Sitting behind the table?
I just see a guy with a ridiculous beard.
A triple threat.
No, it's the forklift driver.
Well, I gotta say, I love a fighting champion. How about next week? Since you want it, Stephanie, if I can, defend that.
I like what Nikki Bella is doing.
And Raquel Rodriguez on Monday Night Raw.
That is Rowan. Looks like he's doing some like, dude. How do you have that in the shot? A million places you could have shot that at, and you're killing the.
I don't think it's really. He does look quite like him though.
Maybe it is the forklift driver.
It's somebody. Yeah, I like Nikki Bella, whatever she said last week, like she sounded fired up. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say she's probably the best she's ever been in her entire career.
I think, yeah, she's just, mature age, and she's looks good for her age nowadays. I can see her. I like the Sherry Martel on her. I can see it in her, man. I was watching, I can see it in her.
Man, could you imagine Martel would have gotten her hands on both of the Bella twins before she passed away?
Yeah. I think either between the Bellas and Roca, I think while we were FCW, I think somebody was suggesting to them to study some of Sherry's work. I think it was Roca, I believe. So, but yeah, I can't even imagine if Queen Sherry Martel schooling the Bellas on how to get that heat, man, and make it believable.
It was Roca was what did they end up calling her? You remember? Just so the people listening know, because I don't think
All
they
the
would know her
locals.
as Melina Roca. They would know her as
Uh,
I can't produce this name right now. Her gimmick
I
name.
can't remember. I just know her as
Didn't-
Melina, and so
Didn't she manage the Colognes?
the
Probably.
Colognes. She managed the Colognes and Ricky Sanchez. Well, Rick Alice the Bone.
Rosa Mendez, right?
Yeah,
Rosa Mendez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rosa Mendez.
Rosa Mendez. So it was Rosa Mendez, Nikki and Brie Bella, and they were like watching some of Sherry's tapes in the second beginners. We had two rings in there, so they would watch the film in the other ring to try to mimic the moves a little bit. So I always, when Nikki Bella, she gets that part, because I can see her doing Sherry.
Making history. This is his first career one-on-one match on Monday Night Raw.
It's like the I don't know what you could learn from. Like, to be honest, I mean,
That's right, I'm here with the
I have a hard time figuring out what you could learn from watching Sherry tapes, because it seems like the kind of stuff you couldn't learn from tapes, you know? Like,
Well,
you could copy what she's doing, but it's not what she was doing that was special. It was who she was.
she was.
And
That's
who
what
she
I'm saying.
was made her do what she did. So
Yes, yeah.
if you just copy what you're seeing, that could be anybody. But like,
NXT,
you don't know where it comes from, so you can't be her. That's why there's only one Sherry.
That's right.
and looking to impress
And that's not even who the Bella's personality. The Bellas are like,
the talent with very good
they're like, the Bellas are like sweetheart little goofballs. They're not like, they don't really, I don't think they have a malicious bone in their body, really.
The guy has a smile that's infectious.
I'm just talking about their real personalities from what I've seen. I never actually, you know.
Yes, yeah. They're nice ladies. They're nice ladies. They always were nice.
Right. But they had the
Yeah.
gimmick. They had the gimmick of the simple gimmick was that they were twins. So they did that gimmick
Twins.
where they would switch. They would switch
that was
during
it.
the match, and then
And that was
the twin
good.
magic.
And-
Yeah.
but
That's
it-
all they
it-
needed at that time to get over.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, okay, you're pretty girls, and there's two of you, so we do this gimmick where you switch, and okay,
Yeah.
it's like that's all you need. It was as simple as that, because there were so many other people on the roster then that couldn't do that. So even if they weren't good at it, they're not good in the ring, they're green, whatever, like just having that one little gimmick was enough for them to stand out.
Yes, they were special. And they were females. That's two things to me.
Mhm.
Twins and twin females. Females being special, you know?
Like he stepped up
Yep.
to the plate every time he's
That's
in a big moment. But will he run out of gas here tonight? You have to understand, when you're a young
And they got a lot of mileage out of that.
buzz
and,
behind you, you got the world talking about you.
yeah.
You become a
Oh
target.
God, look at that now.
Who wants those accolades? Who wants that attention?
Javon Evans just took a knee to the arm, but he's face down. And you know, Hammer, you don't ever go prone on the mat and let somebody drop a knee on your arm. You always got to be facing up so that
Right.
you know you don't dislocate your shoulder or something if they fuck
Go
up.
too far. Yes, right. That's right. You're gonna find your shoulder on the kaplat on the mat.
Yeah, and plus, like
Don't ever do that.
yeah, plus if you're
It looks cool,
back-
but don't know.
yeah, plus if you're back up and it goes down, that has a higher chance of snapping something. Whereas if you're on your back and they drop the knee, like drop like the meaty portion of your knee into your bicep and makes and you guys sell it, it looks good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ox and I used to do this deal once. Robert Gibson gave us the spot. We used to, a quick offense, a quick tag, and Ox give him the drop toe hold, and I dropped the big elbow, and it looked good because the guy was on his stomach. But the deal was he was not to push up, because if he pushed up, he was going to tear my pec, or he would have tore Ox pec, whoever was doing the move. So that's about the only time, and. Yeah, so other than that, he needs to face up. Yeah, that was a special design spot we had. We talked about that before the match, so we set that up. So he knew how to be flat. I think it was Steve Lewington or whoever we were working with. So we would do that spot, because if not, someone would get seriously hurt.
Right, yeah, that sounds like a 9 out of 10 rule.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're dropping an elbow on the back, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Just
just the
don't push
limbs,
up with
the
your
limbs you
elbow.
got, the limbs and the joints you got to worry about because
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I thought Steve Lewington would have been bigger. You know,
Me too.
Like a bigger star.
too.
What happened?
Yeah.
You know, like, do you have any idea?
Once Steve and Victoria Fox debuted. Well, Victoria had already debuted, but
Right.
once they put Steve with Victoria on ECW and they had the dancing gimmick, I thought it was going to be okay. Steve's a babyface. He's a dancing dude. You get the heat on him, and then he does his comeback and then he dances. And that was off the ECW Initiative program.
Right.
So that was all I saw. After that,
But that gimmick sucked. I just like
I don't know what the point of it was, other than he's dancing. He wanted to do the Top Gun gimmick with Tom Cruise. So he was kind of doing that, but I was like, well, they didn't do anything but dance and get the shit beat out of them. So
right. Well, so man. So was that was the dancing? Obviously, anytime somebody has a dancing gimmick, you could tell that's just the office foisting it upon them. Like, okay, we're gonna rib you. But I don't. Do you know of anybody who came in wanting to dance?
Not while I was there.
Right, and there was a lot of people dancing while you was there. So that means that they had a lot of ribs going on. But I don't think Steve wanted to dance. I think that's just something he was trying to make lemonade, right? So
yeah,
I remember at OVW when he had the Top Gun thing, he came out to Danger Zone. He had the jacket, he had the shades, and then he was just a wrestler, but at least he had a flavor to him, right? Like there was that
something
flavor.
there.
He's British.
Yes,
so he's, again, he's just another white guy, but the British adds a little something. He had the physique.
Yes, so I thought he was a hard-nosed babyface when he needed to be.
Yep.
So it was there for him. So once he got to ECW, man, that was it.
I don't remember one thing he did in ECW. Not one program, not one opponent. I just remember the dancing and like where do you go with this? DJ Gabriel.
DJ Gabriel.
Something like that. Or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Because there's another Gabriel there, so
yeah. The guy the PJ Black guy, right?
Yeah,
PJ
he was from Africa, yes.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice they recycle them names too, don't you? Like they love recycling names.
I know. Yes, they do. like a Ferris wheel.
Hey, we got a Evans in the ring right now. Any relation? I mean, come on.
He coming, Uncle Chuck, Uncle Charles.
Is this your nephew here? Javon Evans is your nephew?
Hey, I'm kind of, because I was thinking, you know what? I'm like, man, I'm the right age. You know what I'm saying? And he's the right age. I wouldn't have to do anything.
That's right. It's time.
Just stand on the outside and coach, man. I'm like, but yeah, so somewhere in this business, somebody somewhere,
Man.
What? Point, Zane.
Oh, Lacios, eh?
Oh, XV.
Yeah, Pete Dunne really likes to get his shit in, doesn't he? Doesn't he know this is Javon's get over match? Why is he trying to get all his shit in?
Especially since he's under a mask and it's not supposed to be Pete Dunne. It's supposed to be him playing this basically a cannon fodder gimmick.
But he just doesn't get it, dude. He's never gotten it. That's why I never liked that kid. He just doesn't want to understand.
He knows this match is not for him.
Thanks so much, Cole. I'm here with the World Tag Team Champion.
There's always those type of guys when they know that the match is not for them. Oh, let me go and get all my shit in now. Let me go and do everything I can possibly freaking do. You know, he knows that.
I actually have I witnessed this myself. I have a story of a Pete Dunne getting kicked out of an IWA Mid-South locker room by Ian Rotten because he was being disrespectful to the hooligans as they're setting up their match for that night.
Yep. So even back then, no humility whatsoever.
Well, he can get out.
We have these tag team championships. We're better than the best, and that's exactly what they're
I
going
mean,
to
I
do.
guess
disrespect.
I guess it worked to a degree because he had a match on Raw, and we're talking about it, but still.
Tag team match is our main event. The world champion, CM Punk, the Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio.
He won't be there long.
Reed and a man auditioning for the vision.
He's already been there too long.
Dragging off the same thing.
He's about to come up on his. He's about to come up on his 8 years. His Austin run.
How do you wait a minute? Hold on. Standard developmental.
You guys have some runs, Charles. These guys having runs lately.
Wow. Definitely. Like multiple contracts in developmental.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You have to sign an extension. You have to sign an extension on your developmental.
Man. Wow. Must be nice. I'm not mad at him, man. So must be nice though. Wow. 5 years of developmental. 5 years. It shouldn't take 5 years. Either you have something for that talent or not. By then, or you it's either you're not listening to that talent show you his or her creativity, or you don't have anything for them, or they're not good, or they're not getting something, or you're not telling them specifically what they need to do to get it.
Booker said something very similar recently, like, yeah, if you're in developmental for 5 years, okay, there's a problem here.
Yeah, there's a disconnect. Either you haven't learned what intellectual property is, which is your own creative agenda, or there's several other factors involved in that, in developmental, man. Because once you get that click, you learn to get the wrestling and the entertainment, and then you put the whole sandwich, a burger together. Once they let you know if you figure it out yourself, how to get whatever it is, and if you get it the way that they want you to get it, then the door will be open for you. Then they'll start explaining things and let you know step by step. But if you're there 5 years, man, that's different. It shouldn't take 5 years. Either something's not right there.
Although I'm wondering, are they trying to build up NXT as its own, not on the same level as Raw or SmackDown, maybe like a level below its own brand that also serves as like a nexus for all the other brands under the WWE umbrella? Like we see TNA over there a lot. We see Play over there a lot. We've seen footage from the Hank and Tank in Pro Wrestling Noah.
Well.
And I am a former champion. And this is what champions look like. Do you got that?
Nikki Bella standing on a desk cutting a promo.
You people know what champions look like for the Lions.
Nikki Bella.
I mean, let's be honest. The Lions wish they were as good as the Philadelphia Eagles. Am I right? Or wait, better yet, Ohio State.
Good job. Good job.
The East Star of this
Good
division.
job.
And there's the reason why I am back. Last week, I destroyed Raquel Rodriguez's face. Yeah, y'all saw that. And next week, I will destroy Stephanie Backer's reign. Look, I get it. Stephanie is a big deal in the ring. But I am a big deal everywhere. You got that?
Got that?
About time that women's world title is around the waist of a true global superstar. And that is me, the legend, the one and only, and don't forget it's Nikki Bella.
Another fire promo from Nikki Bella, as the kids would say.
Oh, she was cooking on that one.
She's cooking with fire.
Cooking with fire.
No microwave in here. Hey Hammer, whatever happened to Ox? Do you ever still talk to him or keep in touch with him? Or
I saw I reached out to him on Facebook long before COVID, and he had a Facebook page. He just went away. So I've asked around in the wrestling community for my partner, man, but nobody know. I heard he's up in Minnesota. He has a dispensary, a smoke shop dispensary. So, but other than that, I haven't heard anything from him. Like I said, I've tried to reach out to him, and I did a few other podcasts, and I've always, put his name out there, like, hey, if you seen him or heard from him. I mean, I know it's a long answer, but that's what it is.
oh no, yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, if you could find him, that'd be great, because Ox was the one reason why I learned what tag wrestling was, because of him.
I wouldn't know how. You're my best connection. I don't even know if I ever even formally met that guy. I don't know if I even shook his hand, honestly. Some of those contract guys are pretty standoffish, and I just kept my distance. Not saying he was, but you just generally tend to avoid the group of people. Like I didn't mingle with the contract dudes at that time. So I don't even remember like the guys that I actually interacted with or not. But
so many guys weren't sincere anyway. So,
well, exactly. Man, I gotta say, like the worst was when they brought in, when Tommy Dreamer brought in those guys from New York, like Eddie Craven, Mike Cruel, Sean Osborne, and Sean Spears was like the only guy that was kind of nice out of those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's the only one still working too. So that should tell you something, but
tell you something, yeah. Yeah. Some of those guys, Craven really wanted it, but Cruel, he was second. He didn't really give a care really. But Craven wanted it more than Cruel. And so did Sean Osborne, but how she saw how that went. So
yeah, it's sad, but I mean, he was a fucking asshole, so I don't know. Like I hate to say that the two things can be true.
Yeah, he got the wrong kind of heat though, man. And then he tried to, hey, he couldn't run and hide behind Al, but for so long because he was doing shit his own self. So the bad seed.
There was just guys that there was so many guys around that time that just I saw no money on. Like people were looking, they were going to tryouts or whatever and seeing people and actually saying, yeah, I want to sign this guy. Like there were so many of those. And I didn't get it, but it seemed like kind of a down period,
At times, to be honest, that sometimes guys would come through and you wouldn't verbally say anything, but you think to yourself, in your mind, you're like, how did you get here, man? Like, why? What do you? And I'm gonna be honest, man. There was some times, and Al wouldn't. He wouldn't explain. He would explain it to a certain level, and then the rest would be like, they're here from They're here from blah 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 company for a try. They want to. The officer wants to take a look at them. They could care less about being there. They could give a shit about even doing this. But there would be some people that they would come in there and take up space for about a couple of weeks. And then when they were ready to go home, they would just go ahead and go. So you're right. You're exactly right, Vet. So many people came through there. Standoffish, like you said, standoffish, halfway, half talk, half speak, So
They seem miserable.
A
lot of them too.
A lot of them, man. A lot of them who had these above the $500 a week contract coming in. Some of those guys, they seem like they were miserable as miserable as I can be. There's some guys would go out there on the road and try to get themselves over in the wrong way.
I'm trying to think who really, like, the amount of people you could say really came out and made something of themselves from that time period. Obviously Cody, but he's Dusty Rhodes' son, so of course he was. Punk, Miz, Lashley.
Yes.
I'm running out of names.
Nemeth, or Ziggler.
Right.
Mondo over Strong. Mondo.
Well, I love Mondo, but I don't think he gets enough love because I'm just talking about what would the fans would say made it, made it as like a mainstream.
Oh,
and Mondo was in the Spirit Squad, so they had that moment there as the group.
Yeah.
But I'm just, I'm thinking of those people that you would say oh, that was a good signing. That definitely paid off dividends.
Heidenreich?
I never saw him actually, but I don't know where that dude came from.
He stayed at the Suburban Lodge with us for a little while.
Heidenreich.
Let's see. Nitro and Joey Mercury. Well, I mean, I know what you mean, like to go up top tier.
Yeah. And Nitro was a tough enough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. We were starving.
Mickey, I want to say Mickey James. Mickey and Jillian. They got a good. They didn't give Jillian Hall her. You talk about somebody who can call a match. They did. Yeah, she could go, man. She could call a match.
Yeah, and then she ended up having a gimmick of being disfigured and singing.
Disfigured, yeah. So I didn't understand why that. I didn't understand that. But why they did that with her. I was like, damn, are you guys not coming down watching the matches here in OVW? Obviously not.
No, they never did.
Never give it to him.
Was Kofi at that time, Dan? I mean, in OVW just for a cup of coffee, but yeah, he was there at that time.
Just for a cup of coffee, yeah. He was, yeah.
You could put him in a top tier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to Kofi, man. Yeah, I'll give it to Kofi. Let's see. Cardona.
He's
Right.
still trying to break in. He's still trying to break in.
They need to give him his just due, man. That brother's put in the work, bro.
Yeah.
He's put in the work, man.
How about Matt?
He's done good business. See, he's done good business. He's each title he goes up, 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 and he does business coming down, 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 up, 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 down, down, down. Still do either way, up and down, doing business. So I think he's going to get his, man. Oh man, yeah, Cardona.
He literally has his own business. He'll just sell toys if nothing works out.
That's it. Yeah, sell toys. But I think he should be okay with it between him and his wife.
Did either of you guys get to work with or work with Matt Seidel?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
I didn't work with him, but yeah. Hammer, you worked with him quite a bit?
Yeah, quite a bit. Between once we got to Florida, we had a few we did like right before he was getting ready to date. We started. Well, Laura Knight started the talent initiative. We did like 3 matches in a row series type thing. So, big man, little man.
Nice.
Yeah. House
Yeah,
show
he's
type
good.
stuff. Yeah, and I enjoyed
Yeah, I
working with
can tell.
Seidel, man. We didn't have to talk, man. We didn't have to talk about a lot of talk about. He knew how I worked, and I liked his stuff. So,
Admittedly,
he's definitely worth. I think I put Seidel up there.
nice. Admittedly, I kind of bring him up because I came from the same school that he came from.
You did?
Trained
Okay.
by the same people. Yep.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. Seidel, he actually gets psychology, for a small guy.
One thing I liked about him is that unlike a lot of small guys, his shit looked really snug.
Yeah, it was. But it was okay because he hit you in a safe place. He wasn't careless,
Right.
Right. And by the time he bop you like, give you 3 bam bam bams or 3 wah wah wahs. You wah him or bam him one time, he's gonna sell like that much more. So, so by him getting more strikes on you, it makes sense by the way he would sell, you didn't have to beat the snot out of him. He would sell for you. This is how I felt. That's why I enjoyed working with him. So,
Unlike Pete Dunne.
no, I'll take a powder. Damn, you literally have to like put a shoot armbar on a guy like that, man, and just drive his ass down to the mat and just manhandle him. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it out in the back once we get the curtain. But right now, it's like when I was.
I was about to say, and Dragunov's taking that to a whole nother level. Like, he doesn't even let heels get heat on him. Heels start building heat, and he cuts him off.
You have to Bruiser Brody him, man. You got to freaking Bruiser Brody him. That's what you have to do to Dragunov. You got to straight up Bruiser Brody his ass. This is live on YouTube. You have to Bruiser Brody his ass to stop him because he's the type of hard-nosed baby face. If you don't stop him, he's going to keep coming. And obviously, he doesn't get it on how to like dial back so you can get your stuff in. So this would make sense. So you have to Bruiser Brody Stan Hansen him.
But he's already Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansening everybody.
They need to do that to him.
I know, but they can't because he's doing it. They're trying probably. Yeah, that's weird. How many people did you have to Bruiser Brody, Hammer?
Only 2.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was that one was in Puerto Rico. I had to let them know that you weren't going to test me like that, and I was going to protect myself. And not in Japan. Japan was cool. I was in Nashville working for Reno Riggins one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that means this is not working. So you're not going to sit here and hit me so hard to where it's hurting me. That's not working. And either I can just leave and walk away and not get paid, or do what I need to do. He's going to live, but Big Daddy V taught me that, man. So, so I only had to do it 2 times. And I didn't worry about it because when I broke in, that's what the old school taught me. When the guy wasn't going to listen to you, you don't have to hurt the guy. If you're not going to, you don't have. If you know how to stretch him, you can. But if you don't, you do what you need to do to get your point across. And that's what I did.
There, yeah,
Sure
exactly. Yep.
Sure
There is.
did. You don't have to speak the same language. A lot of times guys will test you. For example, guys sometimes in Japan, if they see you got a big man he's going to do a double clothesline. So sometimes the guys over there will get smart and go ahead and take a bump early on you, so it looks like you shadowed clotheslined him or whatever. So you never touched him. When you slow it down and they take a still photo, these guys never touched him. They're buried. Some guys are slick and smart. They try to bury you like that over there in various places. So, Steve Carino said, "Man, Hammer, you should have turned around and beat the shit out of them. They wouldn't have cared." And I was like, "Yeah, I started to, but we in Japan. I just got over here, so that was a lesson learned." Yeah, so sometimes you just got to grab a guy and just put his face in the mat, man.
Well, I imagine that. Because I would imagine that people that look like you don't get tested as much as others.
No, they figure out other ways to test you. Like, they try to embarrass you and expose you and make you look silly, knowing that that little spot makes a big guy look goofy and look clumsy, uncoordinated, not athletic, the total opposite. So sometimes less is more, right? So that's what I'm saying. Hey, you know what? We're going to do it like this. So that was the first time I had to actually shoot, this guy's not going, he's not getting it. He's not, this isn't working. So, his name was Hurricane Castillo, and Rip knows him, and he was an older when he was a younger guy when Rip went to Puerto Rico to work. So, and he was known for trying to eat you up, being real slick, and so. I just held him down to the mat, man. I said, "Fuck it." I just took him down, man. Like, So I had to let him know. And I said, "This is not going to work." And I was like, well, either I'm going to get fired and get sent back off the island or what. But I have to. It was important and it was necessary that I made that statement. So.
And then what happened? What happened right then? Did you start working after that?
Yeah, yes, sir. Cooperated. He wanted to see what I was going to do. So he was testing me to play with me to see how far he could get away with trying to bury me, being that I just got to the island. So, and everything worked out just fine. So.
Did you talk about that afterwards?
No, we didn't have to. Because he was standing right. Because Carlos was sitting there in his chair. He used to bring a chair with him. He was sitting there smoking a cigar, in the locker room, waiting to see what was what. But I didn't have a problem. And I was ready. There was nothing I had to be worried about. But and if I had to explain myself, I was going to tell him the same thing. Well, he wasn't listening. He didn't have to speak English to understand what we were doing. It was a real simple, basic shit, And I think we ended up working again once or twice before I left the island. So. But that was about it, just 2 times. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was already crazy enough in Puerto Rico as it was.
Right? Yeah.
So, but you had to establish yourself, man. You had to establish that you were business, and so you can make your money on the island. So
I don't remember if I've asked you this before or not, and I apologize if I have. Have you ever worked with or met a guy named Ricky Cruz from Puerto Rico?
yeah, he was with IWA. That was Savio Vega, and at that time Dutch Mantel had left Carlos and went over to Savio Vega's company, IWA.
He was one of my trainers later on.
Well, okay. And like I said, I'm sure I've seen him. And if he's been, I know he said he worked for Carlos for a little bit, so I'm pretty sure I may have met him at some shows, because when I was there, I met a lot of Puerto Rican guys who had already been in enhancement talent for WCW and WWE. They just worked underneath. So, and most of them kind of worked for Savio Vega. So I met a lot of those guys, and so it's hard to remember each one in particular, but I'm pretty sure I may have met your trainer. If he knows Carlos and he knows Jovica, he knows all the office there, which is they're still there. So so then yeah, I know he was in good hands then.
Yeah, and during the training again, and I actually went up and looked this and confirmed this. He was actually also one of the guys who was one of the trainers of Evilise.
Okay. Yeah. I saw her promo, promo or interview. And when she said WWC, I was like, man, okay. So you part of the crew from WWC. I'm WWC alumni down there in PR. You know. So she knows how to sell and sell away. And the same thing EO Sky was talking about on her deal about the crowd. I love that, man. That was that because that's so true. Japan is so, man, the fans pay attention. So it's like the big Godzilla with the big bam coming down. They love that stuff, man. So so it's the total opposite.
Yeah, like she did not say anything incorrect in that video. Nothing
at all. She spoke nothing at all. I feel like she spoke from the heart. She was being sincere, and man, you talk about a warrior, boys. I just wish, like, when she mentioned about the moonsault, right? And she said how to go for the pin, 1-2 in the rope. So I'm thinking, well, are you saying you protect the moonsault? So I'm thinking, does anyone ever kick out on your moonsault? And if they do, then you should have them going to the rope to keep your moonsault strong. I know she said that she has them go into the middle of the ring, and I was like, well, unless someone's going to come in there and break it up, or But that's all I was. That's all I think.
Her moonsault's pretty much a finish.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, and that's okay. Then that makes sense then, because I was trying to see what she was trying to say. That she was trying to protect it, or to heal, or face break it up, or whatever.
She was saying she was trying to protect it by not looking dumb enough to pin him close to the ropes. Is what she was trying to say.
Okay, appreciate it, Vic. Now that makes sense, bro. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's smart then. Yeah.
Yeah, people try to act like Japan doesn't pop off, but the thing is, when you're there, it's like they know in the first 2 minutes of the match ain't nobody losing, so they don't need to go out of their minds cheering at the beginning. But then by the 20-25 minute mark, they're stomping their feet, they're yelling.
Damn right.
But they build their excitement up throughout the match. They just but when people talk about it, they act like, oh, they're just so quiet over there. It's like, well, what part of the match are you watching? Are you watching the beginning part? Because they ain't quiet in the main event at the end. I'll tell you that.
No, they're not. They're cheering. Yeah. You still have the yays and boos. Those Japanese fans, they get it, man. They want to. They Japanese fans, wrestling fans get it, regardless of, in my opinion, of what language or what culture, what race or what language you speak. If you get this is, So the fans get it. Whatever your whether it's wah from the Puerto Rican, wah wah wah, or whams or bams, whatever your language, you get the rhythm. You know what? Okay, when you hear the NXT fans or whichever TNA fans, they go they following the rhythm for the big bump, right? Now in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, new school, if you guys knew that the fans want the rhythm, but if you would build to that rhythm instead of just bumping for the rhythm, you will have those fans jumping out of the roof without taking a bump at all, because it's a wow, the bam, the wow, 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 whoa, wow. Now here you go for another level, man. It's like you just wow, bam, 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 bam. But you don't get there by doing the moves. You take the people emotionally. Because I'm like, damn, guys, can you guys not hear these people out there? They're wow. And you haven't even done anything really yet. Instead of just bumping, so then go, wow. Now you got to start all over to get that high part back. When you take your time, let it build. You duck a clothesline, you jab them, walk them one time. You sell da. You build that stuff, man. And before you know it, you know. I mean, I'm no longer with it, man, but it's like the fans are. You're right, B. The fans are dying for. They're dying to believe. They want to believe. They want to. I'm like, as soon as you go to scoop someone up, it's like they're ready to tell you how to bump.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you could get somebody in a scoop slam, hold it for 30 seconds, sell to all four sides of the ring, then hit the bump.
Take it.
Well,
I tell you, I hope whoever's listening, I hope some young wrestler is listening, man. And so you know what? Also, what's the young man's name? Grayson Waller. Is that Jimmy T's guy? He's not a fan of his.
Jimmy T hates all Australians.
Okay. Well, if I ever get a chance to look him in the eye as a man, I could like to say, I would tell him, hey, dude, you remind me of a future Randy Orton. You have a methodical way to you. But if you want to get there, like you say you want to get there, do less. Don't do all this crazy stuff. Get away from that. Go grab a headlock and work that on, man. Because he has that mannerism to where he could be that basic type of heel who doesn't have to do all that stuff. That, you know, I don't think he needs to do that. And I could see him being a future heel. You know, he has that mannerism to me of a I don't have to do a lot type of heel, but I'll grab that headlock on you and I'll stomp on you, that type.
They seem to the office seems to not like him anymore.
For some reason, though. Yeah.
I feel like when he came in, they gave him stuff. Didn't they put him in there with The Rock or something at one point? I
believe so. He did. They put him up pretty high on the card.
Or it definitely was Cena in them, but like,
yes,
I know.
Didn't Austin Theory go over Cena?
No, I'm talking. Well, yeah, but I'm talking about Grayson Waller though. But they were tag teaming also, so that's kind of like they took two guys. They're like, I don't know what to do with you, so we'll make you a team. That happens a lot. But
hi,
yeah, Grayson Waller though, like when he first came in, they had him earmarked for bigger stuff. Then he seemed to like they got tired of him pretty quickly. So I don't know if they bought into his bullshit or if he really is like that. But something about him rubbed somebody the wrong way because now he's just like he's taking Big E's spot in the New Day now or something. And they like, whatever, here, just go over here. We can't send you home because you're healthy, but
well, I think the New Day, I think that what was that one dude, that Quincy dude was supposed to be Big E's replacement. They're going to do the whole thing with them turning heel and then being like, hey, Big E, here's your replacement. And they're going to do something with that. Then he got released, and then they stalled the heel turn for a few months, and they just added Grayson Waller later on down the line.
You're talking about Odyssey Jones.
Odyssey Jones, yes, thank you.
Quincy was that other fat guy that didn't make it. He already got released out of developmental.
I didn't like none of that. I didn't like any of that.
But yeah, there's no replacement for Big E, and they shouldn't have tried. If that is actually what they were going to do, and not just the rumors or just the assumptions by the fans or whatever that's what was going to happen. But yeah, something about Grayson Waller. He's one of those guys that I feel like he could be working everybody and they could be buying it. So when he's acting like he's cocky and arrogant, I could see the Office believing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he says he wants to be that heel, you know, so yeah. I guess he wants to be the next great heel gatekeeper, if you will.
He could be a good heel, but
yeah.
You know, when you look at like Randy Orton just has he just has such a presence. I don't think that Waller has, unfortunately, stature-wise. But he doesn't have to be Randy Orton. He can be his own man, and he can get his own kind of heat.
Take his time.
But yeah, the Office have to believe in him, and it feels like they don't right now. So.
Mm.
But they didn't believe in Austin Theory either, and here he is mixed in with the main event guys again. So sometimes you just got to hang on and wait your turn, I guess.
Yeah. Wait your turn. Or until some of those people go away.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, even Randy Orton, like, what is Randy Orton doing? What, ain't nothing wrong with him. Why is he not around? You don't want to use Randy? You're just gonna have him sit at home for what?
I don't. Well, when they had him in going down to NXT for a while, I was like, that's perfect. That's what he's supposed to do. The same thing when he was in OVW. It's the same thing. So it seemed like the guys who become stars who come out of developmental, I think it should be automatic. You don't have to get in there and take a chance of getting hurt, but you need to come back and give the rub. You don't have to always have a match, but anybody that comes out of the system to the main roster and you become a good household and you become able to draw a house, then I think you should come back and give somebody a rub that gave you a rub. If somebody came back and gave you a rub. But Orton, or anytime Orton, who else is a good NXT builder?
You mean like do you mean like working behind the scenes with them?
Or no,
or like as a do a little bit of programs to help get young guys over.
Yeah, a little bit of programs. You know, it don't have to be a lot of matches, but it just could be little bit here, a little bish here and there. Little spot here, a little spot there, just to get the rub, so that person can get ready to go up, or you can come back and start planting those, working with, doing that with the new talent, the young talent, so they will be ready once their time comes. It seems like Orton, he has a heart for that with the young guys, the young people.
Which is
Seems
interesting now. Which is interesting now because he didn't seem to used to be like that.
Yeah. When he was younger, yeah. Now that he has a family and kids and everything, and his sons and everybody's son and daughters getting in the business, except mine. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they. I don't know. But so, and he would be a good one for the all the second Jennies and third Jennies coming up, because pretty sure he's going to have a job once he's done. I mean, hell, I could see him being the man that replacing Shawn Michaels.
Could.
Yeah. I mean, how long is Michaels going to be there?
I don't know. As long as he wants, I guess. But supposedly he didn't even want to do that. He just ended up liking to do it. But at first it was like he had, Hunter had to drag him in kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what he's going to end up doing, but I do know that he's still got some years left, and they can't be wasted. They can't be wasted. Him sitting at home or going to the zoo in Saudi Arabia, whatever he's doing,
or petting animals, Deuce.
And if they can't think of if this current creative team can't think of something for Randy Orton to do, then I think it's time to look for a new creative team.
Yeah, like how the fuck are you gonna waste Randy Orton at this point in his career?
Well, we're back to creative again, and the writers, they can't think of anything. They can't, and it's like, how much bullshit can I gotta say it? Even the fans know that this whole writer creative team thing is all bullshit. Like, you mean to tell you guys can't write and create anything by now? There's nothing that's how do you hire people to write, and you hire them to write wrestling oriented subject matters issues. So you tell me you can't type up anything about something wrestling related for a female character?
As
Randy Orton once said, stupid,
man.
But last week they literally don't write anything. Last week, remember AJ sitting on Gunther's car and said no words whatsoever, just stood there. Like, don't you think he needs a reason to be out there or something to say? Don't you think he has something to say to this man? No, you're just gonna have him stare at him. So what do we need writers for? We could save a lot of payroll and axe a few jobs.
Dude, the boys could come up with something better than what they did.
Now I don't feel like I don't they can make fun of Wade Keller for trying to do booking and stuff all they want, but I mean all he's just coming up with is some ideas or whatever that they're clearly not. And he's just saying that off the top of his head.
Well, I think the whole thing with poking fun at Wade Keller is like they recognize that Keller understands it's a scripted TV show, but he's like he wants to be he wants it to be like very far end sports oriented, like work sports oriented, where that's kind of where the poking fun with him comes in.
Well, he needs to treat it as such.
But Wade Keller also has his own show he's got to do. So that's why he has to. What is he supposed to just sit there and do nothing? I mean, it should be more sports oriented, but you could still come up with things to go around a sports oriented show. I mean, there's movies about sports,
right?
And the sports in those movies don't look phony as shit. So, there's no reason why, you can't have a serious product that makes sense.
Exactly.
I do not. Yeah, no disagreement there. I'm with you on that. It's just, is there anybody out there who can actually do that and pull it off and make it work?
Of course.
If they want. Yeah, if they want to.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, my bad. I apologize. Those people are out there. It's just they don't really have the resources or the ability to do so, or the means to do. I should say. So I don't want to get my words wrong there. I know I fucked that up a lot. I like stuff I try to say a lot. I'm kind of a little bit personal and confessional here. I mean and say something else, but the words and dialogue I choose to say to describe it, I'm way the fuck off a lot of the times.
Well, that's a common thing with everybody.
Oh, I think sound like one of the boys. One of us.
Yeah. That means you're gonna have heat now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he didn't say something exactly right. We got heat.
Yeah. We're gonna bury him now.
Mm-hmm.
Get the shovel, pal.
Shit.
This match is still going on. How much time is left? Okay, we're under 2 minutes. See, that's them thinking they got creative writing, you know? Austin Theory used a stomp. That's the move Seth Rollins uses it. We're creative. We're writing.
Yeah, and
what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean Seth Rollins chose his replacement? Or does this mean that Austin Theory is making himself Seth Rollins' replacement? It's intrigue. Ooh.
It's up to Seth Rollins. He's got the ball. Seth Rollins has the ball, so he should book it. Seth Rollins should book himself with Theory.
Well, we'll see what they do.
Or what if I saw something there? Hammer threw out something pretty good there. What if they? Let's take that even further. What if Seth never forgot the betrayal, so that he sends in Austin Theory as a mole to gain their trust, and then when Seth is ready to come back, he stabs him in the back, and they get together to go after him.
It sounds very exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see them not do that. Oh, man. Well, another thing I can't wait to do is talk about this episode of TNA, boy. Let me tell you.
Outstanding.
Well, Brandon, you want to wrap this? You want to wrap this turkey up?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go wrap this show up. Thank you guys so much for stopping in and hanging out. Hammer, always a pleasure. You stopping in, hanging and chilling, adding your knowledge and your wisdom, man, and just hanging and chilling, man. Always a pleasure. Whoop, whoop.
Anytime, man. Likewise.
All right, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Take a quick break to come back with the Impact Attack. Hey, if Hammer, if you want to join us for that, just shoot me a
Yes.
text. All right, I will absolutely shoot you I'll send you the link.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna be back in 5 minutes. We'll see you then. Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop, brother.